Welcome to Our Communiversity Today, sponsored by Pendleton Community Bank and Cucumber and Company, a community affairs program from West Virginia Institute of Technology in Beckley, hosted by Dr. T. Ramon Stuart, president of West Virginia University Institute of Technology, working to make a difference in Southern West Virginia. Guest opinions expressed on this program may not represent the opinions of West Virginia University Institute of Technology, Southern Communications, or its sponsors. And now, with today's program, here's Dr. Stewart.
Welcome to Our Communiversity Today. I'm Dr. Ramon Stuart, president of WVU Tech here in Beckley. And I'm thankful that you chose to be with us today as we explore our communiversity. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I believe communiversity simply means the community is the university and the university is the community. And when I think about that, I think about the significant role that a university needs to play in the growth and development of citizens both in this region and beyond. And so there's a great opportunity. I was reading one time that more than 250,000 of the 1.8 million people that live in West Virginia have some college degree, but not an actual degree or some college credit. So what I want to do today is explore how you can go through and potentially get your degree too. And so today we have with us Mark Jones, who coordinates the Regents Bachelor of Arts program at WVU Tech. And with that, we're going to do two things as always. Ask why not us and why not now? And as always, we look to give you answers to these questions because our goal is to make sure this community, thanks to this university, not only does better, but is also being better. So right after this break, we'll be back with more Our Communiversity Today on News Talk WWNR.
Bank with purpose and Golden Bear pride at Pendleton Community Bank. Our WVU Tech Affinity debit card does more than make purchases. It makes a difference. Every swipe supports the William Bill Benn Student Success Fund, helping WVU Tech students facing financial hardships stay on track to achieve their dreams. Show your school spirit and help shape the future, one transaction at a time. Visit yourbank.bank to get started today. Pendleton Community Bank, here for students, here for community, here for you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Golden Bear basketball is underway, and we would love to see you courtside. Wear your gold and blue and join us for one of our many home games featuring our first-class men's and women's teams. For schedules and information, visit goldenbearathletics.com. Love sports? Come to a game, take in the action, and talk to us. Join us. Visit goldenbearathletics.com.
Man, I have the worst website and it's offline again.
Dude, call Cucumber and Company. They do great work, have a low flat rate, and their sites are never down.
Our sites are never down. Our sites are never down. Our sites are never down. Our sites are never down.
Contact us today, 304-250-0123 or cucumberandcompany.com.
Welcome back to Our Communiversity Today. Again, we are visiting with Mark Jones, who is a member of the faculty at WVU Tech and the newly minted director of the Regents Bachelor of Arts. And for our listeners, I'm just going to call it RBA. I don't want to get anybody confused or anything like that. But Mark, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. So good to have you in studio. And, you know, as we look at this new year and everything, my 7-year-old daughter keeps telling me about her New Year revolutions and different things. I think she really meant resolutions, but sometimes when we kick off a new year, we talk about how we want to do better and be better. And I'm excited to have you here today because I think the RBA program is a way for people to advance. But tell us a little bit about yourself before we talk about the RBA.
Yes, I'm originally from Dover, Delaware. I've been in West Virginia for 20 years now. I'm a part of the School of Business faculty member. I teach in the sport management program, and I absolutely love our university. The university provides a lot of excellent degrees and opportunities for individuals to advance their careers.
So you're from Dover, Delaware, and you're way down here on these country roads in Appalachia. How did you get here other than by car?
Well, it was actually 21 years ago. I moved here 20 years ago. 21 years ago, I came to West Virginia on a whitewater rafting trip. Absolutely fell in love with the area and the people. And after the driving back from the whitewater rafting trip, I said, that's somewhere I would like to live.
I love it.
And then 20 years now has went by, and I've enjoyed every single moment.
No, I love it. And I think we have some of the best whitewater in all of America. And, that's something we should be proud of. And I love when people from other states have the opportunity to take in the beauty of this state and also engage in it. And so you've been here more than 20 years or 20 years or so. Have you always been a member of the faculty, or what kind of roles have you had?
Yes, I've always been a member of the faculty. I actually also served as the track and cross country coach for a little stint for about 6 years, and got that program off the ground.
Okay, excellent. And so, by day you do sports management, which is a whole different thing. But I think one of your new endeavors, effective January 1, you've taken over leadership of the Regents Bachelor of Arts, or RBA program. And I think this is so important, as I said to our listeners in the intro. More than 250,000 West Virginians have some college but do not have a degree. And so when you look at that particular notion, there's a lot of opportunity. So what do you think about that opportunity in terms of the Regents Bachelor of Arts degree?
Well, I think the Regents Bachelor of Art degree, or RBA program, is a wonderful opportunity for those individuals that may have started a degree, or individuals that would like to pursue a degree, but their time is constrained. They have families, they have full-time jobs. This is just an opportunity for them to gain skills in particular areas. The WVU Tech RBA program, we have 13 areas of emphasis, and we're looking at adding more to those areas of emphasis for individuals' careers.
Well, I want to come back to these areas of emphasis and everything, because one of the things that troubles me quite often in my role and the responsibilities I have, I think people are so mystified about college, and they talk about how hard college is. And, you talked about maybe adult learners not having the time, but we also have a challenge sometimes with the finances of doing that. So when you look at the Regents Bachelors of Arts, how does it differ? Not necessarily the areas of emphasis yet, but how does it differ from the traditional college degree like sports management?
Well, the RBA program is an actual state-run program through the West Virginia State Higher Education Policy Commission, and they have granted the universities in the state to have opportunities for individuals to gain credit for their experiences that they have. This may be work experience, this could be certifications, this can be military. So all these type of leaderships, we can bring their experiences in for actual college credits.
So let me get this straight. We had Sergeant Wheeler on the show last year from the West Virginia National Guard. And, obviously she has soldiers that are going through and they get specializations in the military. You're telling me that the work they do in the military can count as college credit?
Absolutely. What those men and women do for the country and for the state, they can take that training that they're getting and actually apply it to our university credits to meet the 120-hour degree requirement for the RBA program.
And so when you talk about being able to take that work experience and apply it to credit, what is that process?
Well, the process is pretty simple. We actually offer a course. It's the RBA portfolio course. And in that course, you will learn how to put together a portfolio that will demonstrate that experience. And then what happens with that portfolio afterwards is we put it out to an expert in our college, normally a faculty member, and that faculty member will go out there and review it. And then they will determine how many credits that experience or portfolio is worth.
So as we look at it and, you have your portfolio and your experience. So let's say, for instance, I went to college at 18. I really enjoyed college too much where, biology or something was my best sleep I had my freshman, sophomore year. I had to stop out of college. I went to work or went to the military, and I've been working for the past 10 or 15 years. Are you saying that I could get a college degree?
Absolutely. That is the one of the many areas that we focus on is individuals that may have started college, but maybe had a little too much fun, or they actually had to drop out because of financial reasons or family reasons. And what's so unique about the RBA program is we do F forgiveness. So if you did not do so well, we can forgive those low GPAs or college course credits.
Yeah, and I think that's excellent because oftentimes when I'm out talking to people, even people that are traditional college students, they'll have a bad semester or so, and they're almost ashamed of the performance because they know they could do better. But you can actually go through and get forgiveness for D's and F's. Tell us about that process.
Well, that process is pretty simple. When you transfer into the university or if you come back to the university, I will actually go through and look at your transcript. And through that process, I will actually go through and be able to erase that from the RBA transcript.
Okay. And so that particular process, you get that erased, you get a new GPA, a better GPA, you get a better kind of lease on your opportunity. Do you have to have a certain GPA or grade point average to be in the RBA program?
Yes, the RBA program, to graduate, you still need to have a 2.0 and then meet all the university requirements. But we do forgive the course credits that are below a D.
So you have to have a 2.0 grade point average to graduate. Are there any requirements to get into the program?
No, there's no requirements to get into the program.
So not only are you looking at, understanding that people didn't have it all together maybe when they started college or different things like that, you give them an opportunity to build on the experiences they've had through work, but you also forgive them of any poor grades that they had before.
Yes. The way that I look at it is everyone has hiccups. Everyone makes mistakes in life. I've done it myself. And this program absolutely gives you an opportunity to do a redo.
So with that being said, why should somebody do the Regents Bachelor of Arts degree?
Well, the Regents Bachelor of Arts degree has a lot of areas of emphasis in it, and it can help prepare individuals for different career fields. And it can help individuals learn. I always go back and I believe it was Abraham Lincoln, and he said, a man who stops learning today is uneducated tomorrow. And I believe that you need to keep yourself educated. And this is an opportunity for individuals with very few restraints on it to do that.
Yeah, and I just love that opportunity to open again 250,000 people in the state of West Virginia that have some degree but have not finished a college degree. And then you take this Regents Bachelors of Arts, you take this RBA program, and you think about the prior learning, you think about work history, you think about the whole notion of working with the military or different things, certifications, to actually build on the college credit and get people a degree. Ladies and gentlemen, though, again, in studio with us today, Mark Jones, who is the coordinator of the RBA program at WVU Tech. We're going to take a short break, so stick with News Talk WWNR for more Our Communiversity Today.
Bank with purpose and Golden Bear pride. At Pendleton Community Bank, our WVU Tech Affinity debit card does more than make purchases. It makes a difference. Every swipe supports the William Bill Benn Student Success Fund, helping WVU Tech students facing financial hardships stay on track to achieve their dreams. Show your school spirit and help shape the future, one transaction at a time. Visit yourbank.bank to get started today. Pendleton Community Bank, here for students, here for community, here for you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Golden Bear basketball is underway, and we would love to see you courtside. Wear your gold and blue and join us for one of our many home games featuring our first-class men's and women's teams. For schedules and information, visit goldenbearathletics.com. Love sports? Come to a game, take in the action, and talk to us. Join us. Visit goldenbearathletics.com.
Man, I have the worst website and it's offline again.
Dude, call Cucumber and Company. They do great work, have a low flat rate, and their sites are never down.
Our sights are never down. Our sights are never down. Our sights are never down. Our sights are never down.
Contact us today, 304-250-0123 or cucumberandcompany.com.
Welcome back to Our Communiversity Today. Again, in studio is Mark Jones, who directs the Regents Bachelor of Arts program here at WVU Tech. And we're talking about how the Regents Bachelor of Arts can help you, our listeners, your family, your friends, get a college degree. Now, Mark, you told me already about, how you can get credit, how it's not about just sitting in the classrooms and everything. You can use military credit, work experience, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm sitting over here. I just don't understand why, if any of our listeners are one of the 250,000 people that have some college credit but no degree, why they're not like running, beating down the door. But I hear this all the time. College is not worth it. It costs too much and different things like that. And I'm not going to get into an argument with people about worth, because value comes from within, not necessarily what some talking head on some news show. Well, I guess we're on a news show that gives. But so I'm ready to sign up. How much does this cost?
Well, there is each individual is individual based through financial aid, through other packages that our team can put together. So I would suggest individuals to reach out to me or the WVU Tech admissions office.
Okay. And so in order to get contact with you directly, what's the best way to do that?
The best way to do that would be email.
Okay. And what's your email address?
My email is mark.jones@mail.wvu.edu.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, mark.jones@mail.wvu.edu. And I love that fact that you all take kind of a concierge approach, because you mentioned no two adult learners are the same. So that, I think that's really, really good. And it gives you an opportunity to actually go through and find the right path for particular people. And speaking of paths, you talked about 13 areas of emphasis. What is an area of emphasis?
Well, an area of emphasis is an actual one of our traditional degree programs, and we actually break it down to 15 to 18 hours for those individuals to get that program. So they get enough information and enough experience and courses in there. They don't meet that bachelor's degree program, but this helps them actually have a defined thing on their diploma when they graduate and transcript.
Okay, so to help me understand this, you got the Regents Bachelors of Arts. And then you have an emphasis in, let's just say you're in the sports management realm. So I have emphasis in sports management. Tell me what that means.
Well, the area of emphasis in sports management actually has 15 credit hours. This has taken all the competencies that you need to be a very good sport manager, recreation manager, in the industry, and I'd be able to apply it. So we have courses that are directly related to industry experience.
Okay. And so with those courses, do I sit in the actual classroom or take online courses with the students and everything? How does that look?
Well, it's a blend. You can take them online or you can take them in seat.
Okay. I love that flexibility, because as an adult learner, you may have children, may have work requirements. And so just coming to take a class every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. might not be in the cards. But so is that part of the process of meeting with you, is identifying when I could or potentially should take classes?
Yes, I'm here to help individuals with their academic advising. And we tailor this to the individual. That's what's so unique about the RBA program, is it is an individual degree program.
Love it. So now with that, I just mentioned sports management because you're in there. What are some other areas of emphasis that is offered?
We have business management, entrepreneurship, healthcare administration is just a few.
Okay. Now, so when I go through, and I'm going to go back to the one that you know best, because you also graduate people with bachelor's degrees in sports management. I go through, I stopped out of college at 20, had my family, served my country, excelled, retired from the military, rank of lieutenant colonel. And I go through and I decide that, I want to do something to advance myself as a civilian. I have that 20 years of military service. I have the military credentials. I have the work-life balance. I come in, Mark Jones sells me on this Regents Bachelors of Art program. I get it with the emphasis in sports management. Then what?
Then there's opportunities that open up for you. So we've had individuals with areas of emphasis in sport management that go on to be physical education teachers in the school system. So a lot of times what individuals do not realize is there's certain jobs out there that will require a bachelor's degree. And this is just an opportunity for them to get that bachelor's degree.
So, and it was interesting. Last week I was at Rotary, and there was a lady there at Rotary that she actually started her career as a paralegal about 21 years prior. And about 2 or 3 months ago, she was sworn in or admitted to the bar to practice law. So obviously, and when I was listening to her story, she talked about she got an associate's degree. Then she had to work through a program like the Regents Bachelors of Arts to get her bachelor's degree. And then she was able to go over into down in Grundy, there's a law school, Grundy, Virginia, and get her law degree. So if I go through, I do an area of emphasis, sports management, business administration, something, and get a bachelor's degree, can I go to law school? Can I go to medical school?
Yes. I would let people think that the RBA program can be a stepping stone to professional degrees. We have one current student that I'm working with that has applied to medical school and has been admitted conditionally once he graduates in the RBA program, because he's going to meet all the requirements that the medical school needs with the biology courses, the chemistry courses, and the anatomy courses. He just didn't get to put the whole program together.
And I love that opportunity to give people the keys to their future, to pursue their dreams and stuff like that. And so, you know, one of the things is I would venture to say the majority of people, our listeners and beyond, really do not know this type of degree exists. And so now as we've exposed people to it, what do you think next steps for people should be?
Well, next steps is definitely reach out to me within my email. Or reach out to the WVU Tech admissions office. We have a great team here at WVU Tech, and we're here to help individuals reach their goals.
And so when you think about that help and you think about helping individuals reach that goal, what goals do you have? What goals do you have for helping grow the RBA program?
Well, first and foremost, I'm here to help the individual student. I want to look at each individual student as a unique opportunity for what they want. But overall, I want to help the university reach individuals in Southern West Virginia to increase our degree attainability, even if it's just 1 credit or 2 credits that can help us help the state of West Virginia economy.
Yeah, and I think that's so important, because if we can do our little part to help those 250,000 people, especially those that live here in Southern West Virginia, the area that we like to take pride in serving, I think that will be a great thing. Now, another thing about the areas of emphasis that I wanted to kind of touch on, let's say, for instance, you know, tech is widely known for engineering. And obviously people talk about us. We're in the top 100 in small college engineering programs. We're still continuing to lead. You know, 3 of the past 4 secretaries of transportation have been tech graduates here in West Virginia. And so we have that rich engineering heritage or legacy. Can the RBA or be with an area of emphasis in engineering?
We are looking at that right now. This is one opportunity that I have already reached out to our school chair, and he's very excited about adding areas of emphasis for individuals in engineering programs to help meet the need of West Virginia within construction management, engineering, computer science, and then now artificial intelligence. These are things that we are looking for in the future for our program at WVU Tech.
Yeah, and I love that notion of that future focus and future forward, because when you look at construction management, we have the state's only 4-year construction management program. And so if I'm a young person whose mother or father had a construction company, I've grown up, I've helped them throughout my life. I went to college a little bit, but then didn't finish. Could I come into like an RBA program and get that focus or emphasis in construction management?
Absolutely. Once we go through the process and get the construction management emphasis, we'll take you and we'll help you build you for a better future. And again, remember that we can take your experience within your current construction field. We can take your certifications that you might have, like OSHA certifications. We can actually put those in for degree credits.
Yeah. And so starting with the end in mind, you just started this new endeavor, leading RBA at WVU Tech on January 1. What impact do you want to make?
Well, again, I'm student-centered. And so the most important is the impact of the individual student. That's my priority goal. I'm here to help individual students reach their goals. But then overall, again, as I mentioned, I want to help the state. I want to help what the economy and the state needs. We need professional tourism individuals now. We need professional individuals that have experience in construction management, artificial intelligence, the new data centers that possibly could be coming in. The RBA program is here to help individuals that want to be working, but kind of go to school part-time. And that's perfectly okay. We know that you may have financial obligations. You may have other things going on. But that's what the RBA program is so unique about, because it's going to help you achieve your goal of a bachelor's degree while also getting the work experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, again in studio with us today, Mark Jones, the director of the Regents Bachelor of Arts program at WVU Tech, a man with a heart for students, and most importantly, a man committed to helping you do better and be better. We're going to take a short break, so stick with News Talk WWNR as we close out this edition of Our Communiversity Today.
Discover WVU Tech right in your backyard. With 6 ABET accredited engineering programs ranked among the top 100 for engineering and nursing nationwide, WVU Tech offers the best return on investment in West Virginia. Our small, supportive campus is home to high-demand programs in fields like hospitality and culinary, chemical forensics, and the only 4-year construction management degree in West Virginia. Learn more about all the exciting things happening at Tech at wvutech.edu today.
Bank with purpose and Golden Bear pride at Pendleton Community Bank. Our WVU Tech Affinity debit card does more than make purchases. It makes a difference. Every swipe supports the William Bill Benn Student Success Fund, helping WVU Tech students facing financial hardships stay on track to achieve their dreams. Show your school spirit and help shape the future, one transaction at a time. Visit yourbank.bank to get started today. Pendleton Community Bank, here for students, here for community, here for you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Man, I have the worst website and it's offline again.
Dude, call Cucumber & Company. They do great work, have a low flat rate, and their sites are never down.
Our sites are never down. Our sites are never down. Our sites are never down. Our sites are never down.
Contact us today, 304-250-0123 or cucumberandcompany.com.
Welcome back to Our Communiversity Today. Again, I want to thank Mark Jones, who coordinates and directs the Regents Bachelor of Arts, also known as the RBA program at WVU Tech. Again, as I've said throughout this program, there are many West Virginians, a lot of Southern West Virginians that have some college education but do not have a degree. Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, for you to change that. There is this old saying, it's not how you start the game, it's how you finish. There is an opportunity for you to finish strong. And the Regents Bachelors of Arts program at WVU Tech, with the areas of emphasis, there is an opportunity for you to pick up where you left off, for you to pursue that degree that you thought was unattainable. And most importantly, it's an opportunity for you to finish the game strong. So please visit wwnrradio.com for additional information about Mark Jones and the Regents Bachelor of Arts program and how you can help build Our Communiversity Today for a brighter Southern West Virginia tomorrow.
You've been listening to Our Communiversity Today, sponsored by Pendleton Community Bank and Cucumber and Company, a production of West Virginia University Institute of Technology and Communiversity partner Southern Communications in Beckley. For more on this program and contact information, visit our website at wwnrradio.com.